This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
All right, you're listening to the Conversation with Mike Sparks. I'm your host, Mike Sparks. Thank you, Connor, for hooking us up. How you been doing?
Doing good on Christmas break from school.
On Christmas break from school. Well, it's a running joke because you graduated, 3 years ago? And I'd keep asking you how school is coming along. 2 years ago? Anyways.
I win.
That's what happens when you start.
We had a bet. I win.
When you start getting older. But anyways, Roger, Thomas, how you doing?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Doing good. I had ran through McDonald's, grabbed me some coffee.
Yeah. You can you do that now since you're on blood pressure medicine?
Well, that's a whole other story. Yeah, I went to the doctor this week. He goes, dude, your blood pressure higher now than it was 2 months ago. I was like, I've been doing all the natural stuff, like running and eating beets and
stressing,
magnesium.
Yeah.
And he goes, you dealing with any hypertension? I was like, man, my whole life's hypertension. That's my middle name, hypertension. Anyways, no, I tell you what, man, I didn't want to take any blood pressure medicine, but I'm going to tell you, man, it dropped it the next day. Mm-hmm. It went from like 164 to 137, over 77.
So you ain't had your dizzy spell yet?
No, I had never had that yet.
You get up too quick, you're going to wonder what it is.
Yeah, but I thought, well, let me try this stuff naturally, just exercise and everything. And Dr. Ali Adam is his name. Great guy over Murfreesboro Medical Center, But yeah, I guess you're getting old when they put you on blood pressure medicine.
I've been on 20 years. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah.
But want to thank Representative Robert Stevens. He had his Rotary annual Christmas party. Had a great time over there. Mm-hmm. Got to talk to Mike Woods and his lovely wife, and she was telling me that her sister was the first one born at the Seward Air Force Base Hospital.
Wow.
That's pretty neat. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a story. You know what I mean?
You were born there, correct?
I was born there, but I wasn't born until
right. Well,
67.
Yeah, but you got blood pressure like you're born there then. But
well, it's neat. You see, because us being born and raised in Smyrna, you see the changes, and sometimes not for the better. I mean, sometimes like just today. I seen where there was a killing over there at Gil's Ace Hardware at that.
Laura's
event center.
Yeah.
Then
some stupid kid, instead of having a fight, the worst scenario, getting a fight, and your buddies 3 days later, I'll shoot you. I'd take care of it. Yeah, took care of it all
cops
right.
over at Smyrna Middle School. I don't know what was going on yesterday. Then we were leaving church at Parkway, and I seen we're right there in front of Life Point. They were arresting somebody up there. And
passed by that when I left.
And my wife goes, man, that's a girl. Like that. I was like, well, women commit crimes too, True. And then we were leaving there, and I was coming up to Marty's house, bringing him some food earlier, and I seen they had Old Nashville Highway blocked at Smyrna West, had some car pulled over, and I thought, boy, where's the community going to? We didn't have much of that when growing up.
No, we didn't at all. I mean, you knew the cops. You actually knew them. And like you said back then, if they caught you doing something, they went to your parents, and that was worse than you getting arrested by the cops. Yeah. That's just the way we were raised, I
remember the cops coming to my house when I was 19. I was at Whirlpool working, and
I heard that one.
The cops come to the house, and my mom told me about it. They said, we're here for Michael Sparks. She's like, no, you got the wrong son. That was my good son. You looking for the other son? And they're like, no, I'm looking for Michael. And I had a ticket, and back then, you took tickets to Sam Ridley and council people, and they tore them up, and I gave it to my dad. And the one ticket I gave to my father, and he said, well, I'll try to help you with it. Gave it to Sam Ridley, and Sam Ridley never tore it up. So the cops come to my house looking for me. So I called Sally Walls. Thank God that we all need somebody as a lifesaver. And I called Sally. I said, what do I do? They're going to come get me. And she said, just go over and pay a ticket. You'll be all right. So I just went over and paid a ticket. But I shouldn't have got a ticket in the first place. And anyways,
is that when you had that? What kind of car did you have?
I had that '68 Camaro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one Marty wouldn't insure me. Y'all know Marty Luffman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he run me off. I was telling Mike Wood's wife that last night because he hurt my feelings when I was 17, and I went in there to get some insurance. I mean, it's kind of funny when I look back, but I was 17. You know, your life's perspectives changes when you're older. And I remember his assistant said, "Well, just wait here. He'll be here in a few minutes." And Marty's a big man around town, you know. And I was sitting there, patiently, and he come in. He goes, "What's he doing here about me?" And she goes, "Well, he'd like some insurance." And he goes, "We ain't insuring him." And I never thought about, you know, having this 68 Camaro jacked up back end and wide tires. And I vowed I was going to get him back one day. You ever had somebody like that? You want to get him back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? I was just kidding. I didn't think you would. And
women are.
We've all done that.
Yeah, I think that might be a little more.
Man, I was like, I'm going to get this guy. I mean, I harbored that bitterness for years. And he come in my car business when I opened it up, and I was like, this is the time. And I was going to pull the trigger, and I was just going to be like my late World War II father. I was going to say, hey, don't let that door hit you an ASS on the way out. I was fixing to say it, and then I was like, I thought about what my mom would want me to do. And then I thought, what would Jesus want me to do? So I was like, I had to let it go, and then I sold him a car. So I've sold him several cars, and but he was a wild one back in the day. Now
I would argue that selling him the car was actually better revenge than turning him away.
That's what he said. No, but Marty does have a lot of history and stuff. Some good, the bad, and the ugly. You know.
Well, Mike, the folks you hear talking in the background, we've got to introduce them. That's this is actually Vanessa Haley. She's Sama there in Smyrna, the vice
president.
Vice President Sama. And we got Thomas Williams over here. He's the owner of Front Street Pub, and he's also on board for Sama.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say what I was thinking just now about where not to go back in the day.
Oh, well,
Have you heard?
Trust me, we all know the story
I
there.
almost said it, and I didn't. So you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I've heard the story so many times, I feel like I've lived through it.
My mother said, she just told me, drilled in my head, stay away from the snake pit. Stay away from the snake pit.
Many times.
And so I stayed away from the snake pit.
I tell you, the other night, the Christmas, the lighting of the tree, and I see Vanessa there. I didn't know you. You said they said you were there. I didn't know you. And I went inside. First time been in there 71 years. My whole life. That's the first time I've ever walked in.
Wow.
Now I did walk by there when we had our 73 reunion down at the event or the little building, which I'm supposed to be over, but what's that called? Used to be the old fire department where they had the little meetings in there.
The assembly hall?
Yeah, the assembly hall. And yes, old age is coming in quick. And I walked out and I looked in there. I thought, well, I might go in there. You know what I'm saying? But it was packed. It was packed. So so anyway, that night I did go in. There wasn't nobody in there, but maybe a few couples. And I think everybody's headed that way after the Christmas tree lighting.
Yeah. We've tried hard to overcome the stigma that followed the old snake pits.
Yeah. I went in there, Ed Garner and Ivan Fleming. We had an event over there at the assembly hall next door, and somebody else was with us, and they wanted me to go in there. I was like, nah, man, I'm not going in there. That's before you had it. And this is going back 6 or 7 years ago. And it just, because I guess something that your parents tell you not to do, you try to stick by it. Now, I heard y'all make a mean pot of chili.
Yeah,
I have heard that.
Yes,
Fran at the senior center.
Oh yeah, Fran.
She was telling me about it. You know.
Yeah. We she's been a huge supporter of us and us for her. But yeah, we've had a lot of people that one lady in particular, about 3 months after I had taken over, she walks in and she stops and she goes no further than the front door.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Are you okay? Come in and have a seat." She's like, "No, one time in my life, I wanted to step foot inside the snake pit."
That's what I'm saying. It's just
Was it really called that back in the day?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was never officially called that. It was actually from the 40s all the way up until the early 90s. It was called Smyrna Cafe on paper.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't
so
even know
they never
that.
changed the business license.
Yeah, the business. Yeah, it was just a nickname that they had.
Yeah, that's all I ever knew about right there.
Yeah.
But
it's just a name.
it's a lot bigger in there than what you think it is. When I walked in, it's bigger than what you think it is
Yeah.
from looking from the outside.
Yeah, and I don't know back in the day if because there was 3 businesses there at one time. So we, the previous owner, Ron Russell, he expanded, so and combined.
See the one that had the Cadillac that would sit out there.
Yep.
Okay, is he still around?
He is. It's actually my brother-in-law.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I think
So he had it for about 27 years. So.
Well, I've really heard. I mean, not just telling you because you're here. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Now, y'all still have the picture of the 1940s Coca-Cola woman that
Oh,
like
it's
a
actually a
poster?
Budweiser.
Is it Budweiser? Okay.
Yes, it's a Budweiser ad, and we still have it.
Really? And what does it date back to?
Well, we did some research on it. We got it about 1900, early 1900s.
Serious?
Yeah.
Mike thought it was Coke. Since he don't drink, he
Well, I don't
he had to
drink.
say something like
For
that.
the record,
you
I
know.
don't drink.
Yeah.
Well, we actually, when I first took it over, it's a little tattered.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, might need to take that down or whatever.
No,
and then
no.
the first month, we had these young kids coming in taking selfies in front of it. So I thought, nah, we
I'd
have to
leave it.
keep that. So
Well, is it? I've always heard the rumor like is it the Baptists come in the front door and the Catholics, or is it back? Catholics come in the front door, Baptists pull around back.
you know what? That they can come in. We've got a back door if they need to.
I mean, do people park back there?
Oh yeah. We've got
Okay.
like 4 spots back there, so
Really?
they'll come sneaking in if they don't want their spouses to see them coming in.
Oh,
Now, how many
good.
square
Good
feet
to
is it? How many square feet is the tire
We have a
building?
little over 2,000 square feet in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's
It's
2,000?
bigger. It's
Yeah.
bigger what you think it is
Yeah.
once you get in there.
Man, I thought it was like 800 square feet.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
that's the
no.
perception you see because it's set back, but you got to remember it's as long as that store beside it. It
Yeah.
used to be the old Bowery beside it there.
Yeah.
No, you don't have like a loft or.
No, we
Okay.
haven't. There's an attic, which I've not really been up
Mm-hmm.
in. It's pretty creepy up there, so you don't stay long if you get up there. But we have a kitchen. We have an office, and we have a pool room and a dart room. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So that now you have a back porch area.
yeah, we do. We have a covered patio.
So people sit. I mean, for seating and all.
Well, no, that's pretty much for smokers. We cut
Is
out
it?
smoking 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Which was a big deal because you think
So
about that.
but you made that decision to do
Yeah,
that. Okay.
I made that
Yeah, yeah.
decision. For the longest, I thought, I didn't want to ostracize the people who had been hanging out there. But what I realized is the new people who wanted to come in who was allergic to smoke or couldn't handle cigarette smoke, I was ostracizing them. So
Yeah.
we cut it out. You could go out front or go out back to smoke, and it works out. Yeah.
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 Well, Smyrna's been good to you, hasn't he?
Smyrna's been great to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. It was weird, you think about, you could call it a hole in the wall bar or a dive bar or whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's a perfect dive.
Perfect.
what-
dive.
Perfect dive.
perfect dive. There you go. But it is a platform, so we use it to do good things too. So,
Has
but
the
yes,
mural
Smyrna's been great.
has the mural benefited you some? The mural that's there.
Benefited us? I don't know. We see people, taking prom pictures or wedding
Yeah.
pictures and stuff like that.
I didn't know if it is a little bit of draw for.
Yeah,
business or
they do
anything.
the art crawl once a year, and some people come in for
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
How many murals are y'all up to now?
We actually haven't done any murals. That would be more Carpe Artista. Ron and his group generally kind of push for those and pull those together.
I
Yeah.
think it's 15 or something like that. What I've heard.
quite a few.
Right? Yeah, I think it's
Really?
about 15.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So some are like I said are inside. There's a couple, few like that. But even like the print shop had one inside. That old Chevrolet. You remember that one?
Oh yeah. Who? Brindley. William
Yeah,
Brindley.
yeah.
Built that.
Yeah,
Or
you
made
had
that.
you interviewed him.
I just took a picture and I told somebody, I said, I'm gonna find out who drew this, and I had bukus of people started commenting. His brother, what's his brother's? It's Jimmy Brindley. Jimmy said he was like 5 and held the little paint, the little whole jars of paint for his brother, and it was a magazine, wasn't it? Out of a
Yeah, it's
kind
pretty
of
cool,
hot
and
rod
he's
magazine.
got a exact replica of that car now.
Oh, wow.
He has made
Oh,
a
yeah,
replica
that's
of that
right.
car. Yeah,
yeah, because I interviewed his
it was
brother.
at the car show.
It's called Double Nickel.
Yeah, yeah,
Double Nickel. That's right. We're over
yeah.
Steak Shack, Midtown Hot Rods.
Yeah,
is over there.
you sure did.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
But
Yeah.
if you look at that, that's what you see. He copied that and made that car. It's
And
really,
that's
it's really
50.
cool.
How many years been there?
How old is he? How old does he look? How old do you think he is?
The-
My age? It's got to be
Well,
at least
Jimmy's
50 years.
60,
At least 50 years.
61, I think. So
Yeah,
so it's
so
got to be
gotta
60 something.
It's probably 50
Yeah,
years
60,
at least.
50 something years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 or 60, yeah.
Now, Vanessa, tell us about what you do. You're not a hairstylist. You do.
I am an esthetician
That's right.
and makeup artist.
Okay.
I actually work at the Cutting Edge Salon just down the road from
Yeah.
Felicia's
Yeah.
in Rainy Zone.
You got beautiful hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Is that okay to say
Very sweet.
on the radio?
Sure.
I mean, yours is
Thank
nice
you.
too, man. Yours looks good too.
I appreciate that.
You know?
I take no offense
You
to
really
it.
do have a lot. Nice hair. Does everybody tell you that?
Thank you. Several, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Megan is actually the one who does my hair, in case anybody's wondering.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Where's
But-
Megan at?
She's at Cutting Edge.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yes, so I've actually been there. I've been I've been in Smyrna for 33 years. Moved
Yeah.
here whenever we got married 33 years ago, and actually got my license and started working in Smyrna rather than driving to Nashville and doing all the corporate things. Actually got my license in 2009 and started
Yeah.
working, and have just been growing my business ever since. So I'm just an individual, don't really have people under me or anything, and just rent
Yeah.
space from there. But also got involved in SIMA, the Smyrna Independent Merchants Association. Got involved with them back in 2009 also. Might have been on the cusp of 2010.
Yeah.
Went to a meeting. I think they had just started. And, of course, H.G. Cole was there. And we were kind of round table talking about some different things. And apparently I had one of my momentary good ideas. And he invited me to come and do more things with them. And
Yeah.
so for the last 13, I'm about to walk into my 14th year with
Oh,
SIMA.
good.
So.
Good. Well, it looks good. I was sharing with y'all at that meeting. I had the opportunity to have lunch with the Consulate General of Japan, and they wanted to meet with me about Trump tariffs, and I have nothing to do with Trump tariffs. I mean, it was the oddest thing. And he goes, "You for Trump tariffs?" I'm like, "Well, I'm for bringing manufacturing back to the U.S." But they were very concerned. But it was an awesome discussion. And I looked up and I seen that picture of the Smyrna train depot on their wall. I think Mayor Reed may have sent it to him, or one of their staff members sent it to the
Maybe
Consulate
so.
General. But I just thought of anything they could put up there. They had this picture of Smyrna train
Think they
depot.
knew you were coming, they stuck it
Well,
fire
I
and
don't
they
know.
took
I
it
don't
down
know
when
if
you
they're
left.
that. I don't know if they're that like forward thinking. Bill Kitchen said they do that they're that smart. But no, I think they keep it up there all the time. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. But anyways,
I don't know if she did,
I know
but I
it went through
wouldn't be
your head.
surprised
Yeah.
if Mayor Reed sent
I
that
think
to them
that's
just
my-
as a hospitality
Yeah.
gift, because we do have such a strong connection with Japan.
well, they sent me a real nice calendar the other day. And,
Oh, yeah, you did it on
It was
yeah.
it was really
Oh, I read
really
about
really
it.
sweet because I had told them that there really needs to be a documentary or a movie. I think I shared that with y'all at the meeting. I have reached out to Bob Raines, the film commissioner, and reached out to MTSU because I was saying, man, I can't think of a better town in the United States to tell the story of the Japan-American relationship and reconciliation coming together with Datsun, Nissan, Seward Air Force Base, Major Walls, the Omni-Hip Major Walls was at Pearl Harbor. And I was sharing that with them, and I think some of y'all got a kick out of it because I don't drink. But they had sake there, and I thought, what do I do? What is the right thing to do? And I thought, well, what did Japan do as the Japanese do? And I just done like Roger did, knocked it out, And but I thought because I've always heard that's what that when they come to the Omni Hut, I always heard that the management that they drank. That was kind of their
And
thing.
they keep it at a
Japanese.
certain temperature in it, like a 98 or something.
Yeah,
it's some
real
kind of,
warm.
yeah. But
You all serve sake?
No, we don't. We've not made it that far yet. So.
Just, not that I want it or anything. It's just, but I just, we've got the Zama Park across the
Yes.
street, and Jerome Dempsey had a good idea. What was he was talking about? Taking an old Datsun truck. Well, he said 240Z, but a Datsun truck and
and
somehow
display it out there. The first, we actually was talking about a museum at one time, and it kind of, I guess it's still in the works. It's just kind of off to the side now. But
it's just hard to find a place.
That's exactly
for it.
right. And you want to keep it in that depot district. You don't want to have it 5 miles away. You want it to be to draw, more things to draw downtown. And, but, I guess they still got their eyes open if the right thing pops up,
Well, one thing that I know that we wanted to mention was the late Rhonda Allen. Her funeral was the other day, and she was very involved in the downtown and revitalization of those areas. But me as a representative that's getting older, I'm seeing acquaintances, friends, family pass away, and like someone was saying the other day at our Men of Hope event that her brother-in-law Mark Lewis helps put on. We're up to like 175 guys, but the holidays could be a difficult time of the year for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
You think of her family, man. But that would be rough.
Right at
Shoot.
Christmas,
And it will always be the anniversary of unfortunately.
And I think she was shopping the day before she passed. She was at Hobby Lobby. Yes.
But my mother always said that you're not promised tomorrow, and if you got your health, you got it all.
Mm-hmm.
You just never.
You
never
always
know.
make it. If you got your health and you don't mind getting, you will always make it somehow or the other.
I had a friend of mine call the other day. It was really, really sad. I won't mention his name. I mean, he's in the Mount Juliet area, and he's got a son that's giving him some trouble, and I was going to try to help him, and he said, Mike, man, they diagnosed me with MS the other day. I was like, man.
Oh yeah, you tell me about it. Yeah.
And he's a younger guy. And I was like, whoa, because I didn't want to say anything, but I watched my neighbor, Mr. Duke's wife, battle that disease. And she would be in the front yard. He had a barbershop across from our barbershop on Nissan Drive and Lake Farm. And I'd see her get out of a wheelchair and crawl around and work in the flowers.
Wow.
So it was really pretty rough. Connor, why don't we take a quick break, and when we come back, we got a caller, and he's an extremely controversial fella. So we had this controversial guy on. Some people like him, some people may not like him. But anyways, we come back with a break, we're going to have this guy say a few words. We'll be right back.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance Policy Perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available at select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now. The Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
Is your car running like a dream, or does it need a little TLC? At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we treat your vehicle like it's one of our own. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
Been coming to them ever since he opened up. Good family. I recommend other people to get them repaired here because I knew they would do it and do it right. Been happy to send people to him because I trust what he does so much.
We're crazy about him. It's all about the doctor.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafehouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
Hey, we're back. Conversation Mike Sparks. I want to give a shout out to my lovely wife of 36 years. Our church, Parkway Baptist, did a spotlight on her, and she's just behind the scenes, real shy. And anyway, she's been teaching Sunday school for, I guess, man, I don't know, 25, 30 years, teaching little toddlers, and they just love her to death. And she's an awesome nurse, awesome teacher, awesome Sunday school teacher, and an awesome cook. And she's just so behind the scenes. But in fact, she was so much behind it, she wasn't even in church. She was back there watching the kids.
But also when Mike takes credit for his chili cook-off, it's always, we had 180 people last year. Who is actually runs his show is his wife.
Oh, she's the strong behind the
she
scenes
does.
person.
She's the woman who gets it going. She makes it look easy, but she's done it so much. But man, she works her butt off. That lady, she's got it down to a science.
I talk about miracles and God wink moments, and I've shared this on the radio a couple of times. She took care of my mom, my late mother, for 6 years, feeding her 3 meals a day. And be honest, my mother sometimes wasn't that grateful. And so I ordered her this car out of Florida. It's a SL 550 Mercedes twin turbo AMG. But it's a pretty cool car. And ordered out of Florida. She knew nothing about it. I don't do that kind of stuff. And that she had to go to the doctor's office that day, and the car got delivered. My Kurdish buddy Z, he goes, "Hey man, the car got delivered. It's a pretty nice car. It's a little dirty. You need a battery. Tires low." And that night she come in for the doctor, and she said, "Boy, I seen the prettiest Mercedes on a car haul this morning." It was her car. How do you explain that? How do you explain
That's a
that?
God wink.
It is.
And how he gave it to her was really cool. They were walking around. He had an event at the
Gateway Classic.
Yeah, a big event there, and she was walking around looking at cars, and Mike was doing some video, and she walked by that car, and she saw it, and it had sold on it,
Mm-hmm.
and she's checking it out, and Mike gave it to her there. We got it all on video.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was
awesome.
pretty cool. I said, "What do you think about that car?" She goes, "Oh, that's beautiful." And I was like, "Yeah, some man got that for his wife. She took care of his mom for 6 years, and it didn't hit her."
It did, like she
I repeated it, and then she goes, "What?" And I was like, "That's your car." She goes, "No, it's not." Because her van's got 201,000 miles on it. I'm super frugal, but it is pretty cool car. But I thought it was so neat. I shared that with Willis Johnson, who owns Copart, owns Alan Jackson's house.
Okay.
He's, a super wealthy guy. And I asked him, I said, "You a believer?" He looked at me, "Yeah," because I gave him my book, Learn to Barter. And I said, "You gonna read it?" I'm reading it right now. I said, "You believe in miracles?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Come on, let me show you something." And I showed him the Jeep license plate. The black plate. It's on the Mercedes, and it was a piece of legislation I passed with the help of Wendy Lloyd with the Jeep community, and the money's benefit of Soldier's Child. Well, this guy was in Vietnam, and I told him about the car, and the car really it shouldn't have totaled the car. All I had it's the same back bumper. He goes, "Man, I've seen that happen. I've seen them total cars, and cars shouldn't have been totaled." But I was telling about the license plate. But no, I think those things do happen. Like Rusty Rust last week. We had a missionary on from that went to Turkey and wrote a book, and a buddy of mine was down on his luck. This was probably 10 years ago, and Rusty had a really nice truck at my former car business, and my friend who lost his truck said, "Hey, would you sell me that truck?" I said, "Man, that's not my truck." I said, "That's Rusty Rust's truck." And about that moment, Rusty called me on the phone, and I said, "Hey, man, Rusty called me on the phone right there." Rusty didn't call me that much, and I asked Rusty. Rusty, "Yeah, man, just tell him to go get the truck." Didn't ask him for a contract. Didn't charge no interest. Didn't even say, "Pay me something." He just paid the truck off. But it was like the Lord lined it up for my friend Mark. But anyways, caller, go ahead.
Hey, caller.
Hey, what are you doing, man?
You forgot who you were, Marty.
I am not caller, okay? You want to sit up there and blast me all night long?
I didn't know if you was listening. I didn't know if you...
I want to share a snake pit story, okay?
Right out of the gate, Marty.
Yeah,
with the snake pit.
Right out of the gate, man. So, back in 1974, somewhere in there, we didn't have any doctors who worked at night. They all went home at 5 o'clock. So the rescue squad, which was in the assembly hall, they said, "We need to send somebody to get their EMT license." And then next thing I know, I was being sent to get my EMT license. So I got my license. I didn't, I was a nervous wreck but I had a chauffeur's license to drive the ambulance. Well, we're in the assembly hall one night doing something, and all of a sudden there's a lot of screaming coming next door from the snake pit. Lots of screaming, and they were yelling, come on, come on, come on. We ran outside. And about that time, bam, this guy got shot right in the chest.
Oh, wow.
He went down. He was laying in the gutter, and I had all these people yelling, Marty, do something. Well, crap, I didn't know what to do. I was EMT.
You didn't have your manual with you, did
I go over
you?
to the guy, and here he's got a bullet hole in his lung. We call those second chest wounds. So he's got a bullet hole in his lung, and the air's coming out. Well, out of stupidity, whatever you want to call it, I stuck my finger in the hole and plugged up his lung so he could breathe. Found out later that was the right thing to do. That's what you're supposed to do. And behind the assembly hall was a jail.
I have heard that many times, that there was a jail back there.
It was a jail, because I'm one of the ones that helped them move it, and I know where it is today.
Wow.
You didn't spend no time in that jail, did you, Marty, back in the day?
Just voluntarily, that's all.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I've got another interesting story about the jail, but it's too long to tell on the radio tonight.
So you remember when that
really is.
You remember when that shooting happened though? Back then, was it 72 or 74?
72, 73, somewhere. I didn't get my license until like 73, so it had to have been.
Yeah, that was my next door neighbor. It was actually the shooter.
Oh, the shot. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! Go back and say that again now.
It was my next door neighbor that did the shooting.
Oh really?
Yeah. You know who it is. I mean, we're not going to say it on the radio. You know
Did
who
he
it
serve
is.
time for that?
No. But let me ask you this, since you brought that up. Was he also the one in the knife fight down in Charlie's Bait Shop?
Probably was, but he actually ended up getting shot himself later on. But I don't know. I don't verify. I don't know about the Charlie's Bait Shop, but that's possible.
Well, the guy down there was a knife fight. One guy had a knife, one guy had a gun.
Yeah.
And I got
And
called
don't bring a
down
knife
there
to a gunfight, right?
Well, that's what Barack Obama said. Don't get me started. That's a whole different ballgame. But anyhow, I got the call out. So they called me. The police called me at the house. I went and got the ambulance at Assembly Hall, and I went to Charlie's Bait Shop. And it was a bar. It wasn't Charlie's Bait Shop.
Rose's Cantina.
Charlie's.
Was it Rose's Cantina? The little bar beside Charlie's Bait Shop. I think it was Rose's
That's
Cantina.
where it was. Yeah.
And so anyhow, one guy's dead, and the other guy's bleeding.
No, it'll be a different guy then. I don't remember him being in that one. So it wasn't him. I can clear him of that one.
Well, anyhow, we ended up carrying them to Murfreesboro. There was some weird times back in the 70s in Smyrna.
Oh yeah,
sounds like it.
Yeah, it's different.
Well, one thing I will say
really?
about what everybody knew as the snake pit, from my understanding, the people that always ran that were really good people.
Yeah.
So I think that they were just somehow attracted.
I think it's like any place you go. It could be good, and there's always that troublemaker that's out there, and that's like the VFW in '73. A buddy, he worked there, and they would. His dad ran it, and
it seems like the troublemakers always have a jacked up Camaro with wide tires.
Yeah. That's what I was getting to. But they would actually frisk people would come in. I remember watching them do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this is in
At the
'73.
VFW?
Yeah, war was still going on. Them vets were coming in. They just still thought they were over there, you know. And they get a little cray-cray. My buddy told me they would. Some of them guys would.
What we now know as PTSD,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yes. Yeah.
So Marty, do you know the story about how it got the nickname Snake Pit? Where did that come from?
I don't know. There's so many different variations of what you can say actually caused it. But at one point in time, it was a bus stop, I think, and it had the restaurant in there, and they had a couple of beds where you could wait. take a nap while you're waiting on the thing. But
put their names in.
I always just heard it was what the drunks called it.
Oh.
I've always called it that. Does that count?
What?
I've always called it snake pit. So what are you trying to say, old buddy?
Oh, I'm just telling you straight up, man. Did you drive a Camaro with big tires?
No, but I did have a Camaro.
I wish I had that car back today. You know, be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, you never should have sold that.
Well, I wouldn't have that house on Nissan if it wasn't for me selling it. I had to get rid of it. I told my little brother, hold on to this car. It's going to be worth a lot of money, and he sold it. Anyways, they've got to be
get back
expensive.
to the name of the snake pit. That's kind of like Monkey Woman Bridge. There's
Oh, yeah.
a lot of different stories about how that come to be, too. You know?
Yeah.
So you just never know in Smyrna where the name came from.
And do you know what the name of the snake pit was all those years? There was a.
The name of what?
Do you know what the name actually was all those years?
It did have a name. This is a trivia question, Marty. It had a name. Nobody ever knew this, but the snake pit was a nickname, and it actually had a name on the what Thomas told me on the deed.
No, I don't know that. I always knew it just a Smyrna Cafe.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Smyrna
okay.
Cafe. That's what it was.
Oh man, there went somebody's prize money. You shouldn't have got it. That was going to be a trivia question, man.
Oh, you mean I won?
Yeah, you won.
you get to speak at the chili cook-off. How's that sound? And you get to bring your card.
You know what? Actually, cook-off is rigged.
Because my cousin won.
Yeah.
I think
Rumor
a
has
gorgeous pot of chili from Wendy's, and it loses every time.
No, I've got I'm hoping Smyrna Mayor Marius Reed will be a judge this year, and our chili contest, if anybody's interested, it's Saturday, January 3rd. We usually have a big turnout, and we've got Midtown Hot Rodders coming out. When
They're going to be there. They'll probably be there. We're going to get together on a time, but the speakers are like from 11:30 to 3:30, so they'll probably show up about
and then we
2
got a
or so.
big prayer breakfast we do at 7:30 to 9. Our Men of Hope guys are there.
Hey, Roger?
Yes, sir.
I hear you got one fantastic, phenomenal speaker talking about the Trail of Tears.
Yeah, that's our. Do you know who that guy is, by any chance?
I can't think of his name. All I've ever heard was how good looking he was.
Yeah. Well, Marty will be talking about the Trail of Tears. He's gonna let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, we've got.
No, he really does. He's involved every year. Marty's involved with the chili cook-off.
We've got
every year. He's
Mr.
one of our
95-year-old Charles Jones coming
the guy
out.
that raced me on the stairs.
Yep, he grew up at Old Jefferson. I mean, this guy's extraordinary. He owns a Milky Way farm. He's acting like he'll put up to $2 million.
Yeah, we heard him
if
say
the
that.
state would bring a park back. So, in fact, I happened to see one of the T-Deck girls today at Crux Fitness of all places. But anyways, I've got with T-Deck, to say, hey, look, this guy's, this guy's interested. They're like, if it fits our mission statement. I said, man, where do you find a place that the Trail of Tears come through, and you got a guy willing to put up the money, and the first black lawmaker come from out there? Oh, wow. I mean, it's a lot of history, but Mr. Jones, he said his dad built their house out of the original lumber from the original courthouse. That was the original county seat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he remembers going down Sam Ridley Parkway, which was Jefferson Pike, before Seward Air Force Base was built.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and this guy is still around. It's the coolest thing, but he owned part of Hickory Hollow Mall, and just a great guy. And then we're hoping Mary Watkins, president of the African American Heritage Society, will speak.
And Pastor Vincent Winthrop. Yeah, and also let's see, from the Masonic Lodge over there, Gary LeFew and Pettis Reed, county commissioner. He's going to do his reenactment. He does, and then we'll go over and eat some chili. That rigged chili contest, Marty.
We always have a good time,
I tell you what, if you let me be a judge in the chili contest,
no.
I'll win first place and go home rich.
But you know what's interesting about, from what I've seen, maybe other people have seen this that's put together, chili contest. This is our fifth, we think the 15th one, but the people that win aren't the people that you think's going to win. Right. I mean, the people that get all, like, yeah, I'm the best cook, man, they usually don't even place. Now Danny Brewer does pretty good, and Danny, I would say,
he got
Danny's
a
good
prize
cook.
last year.
Yeah, Danny does good. My friend Jim Africano, I don't think he's ever placed. Bless your heart, Jim, if you're listening, but I don't think Jim's ever placed. And then my buddies Tori and Terry Caudell, they come out and cook with. I mean, they come out and cook like they were in the 1800s with the big.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But they don't even want to enter. They just love doing it.
Yeah.
And they've entered national contests. But I was telling somebody a while back, I had heard a story. Y'all may have heard this, where somebody entered a big national contest and they just went and got cans, the Vienna cans, and they won. You ever heard that story?
Not necessarily for chili. I've heard it for other things, but
And the state employees, they took first place one year, and there's somebody, I won't say their name because I could get in trouble, but it's supposed to be their recipe, and several people's like, man, that was not that person's recipe. That was Wendy's chili. They said, I know Wendy's chili. That was Wendy's chili. They said, this person.
That was me, Mike.
Oh, was it you that said that?
That was me.
Oh, don't say who it was, man. I mean, seriously, I could get in trouble.
I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
I went to Wendy's until.
No, it wasn't you. No, but
So now we know
I'm
who
with you, Marty. I love some Wendy's
and he's
chili.
talking about me cheating and talking about me cheating. Well, my cousin won it, and he also won 2 door prizes.
Well,
and
Jeff.
they think,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he's married to my.
Well, you're kin to
cousin.
everybody.
Well,
You are. You really are. We were talking about that last night. Keith Pratchett said something about, we were talking about the Barretts.
Yeah, the guy running for sheriff.
He just
Kenneth
mentioned
Barrett.
Kenneth and.
Yeah, I just met him, and I said, he said Walter Hill. I said, well, my dad was from, Silver Hill. He said, well, that's where I'm from. He said, and I said, well, great granny was a Barrett, and he goes, and she's from there. He said, I guess we're cousins. Like I said, the same little community.
Told him, he said, everybody's got a little Barrett in them, in Rutherford County, because they're all kin. I mean, there's Brian Barrett, Floyd Barrett, Kenneth Barrett. There's all kinds of Barretts.
I always heard was kin to Floyd. That's probably why, because he's out at where
Everybody
Las
Walter Hill,
Casas area.
Las Casas,
Yeah.
a lot of Barretts.
That's where my dad's from, that area.
I bet there's a lot of Barretts listening right now.
Well, I know one family had 18 kids, Barretts.
Oh wow, really?
When you go out to the when we have when we do the hike out there at Old Jefferson Tour,
man, when we
you
gonna
drive
do that?
through there, it's February 28th, the last day of February. It's on a Saturday at 10 a.m. So we'll be talking to in February. We'll get people there. We had 80 last year.
Oh goodness.
We had some side by side. Mr. Jones went the 95-year-old. He went.
Yeah. And just a great guy,
Toby Francis does it, and Marty used to be really involved, and he still is. He'll promote it for us on HIP and all that. So he's pretty.
And it's easy to
involved
get
with it,
lost
too.
out in that area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody said they saw Mike 3 times. And he said he saw the same tree 3 times. And
hey man, it's seriously. Rick Hall knows that area probably better than anybody.
He's the one that told you that.
I mean,
they
easy.
were horseback.
We're like, that looks familiar. That looks familiar. That looks familiar. But it's a beautiful area.
But he did find an
really
artifact.
is.
Mike did. He did discover an artifact.
Well,
so he wants to keep
we
it. We got to keep it secret. He did discover that. And it's really got some really good history to it. Nobody's come across it. Why he actually come across because he knew where to look.
No, well, I don't know.
See, my great grandparents had a plantation out there, and that's how I know the area. That's where I grew up at in that area.
It's just such a cool story. It's hard to believe that not that many. I mean, people really don't. I don't really, a lot of people know the story.
Yeah.
And they displaced all those folks. Which, you can make an argument. A lot of people in America have been displaced. Indians. The Center Hill Dam, all those.
It was the capital of Rutherford County, or the county seat from 1803 to 1811.
Yeah.
And it really is a beautiful area.
Roger,
yeah.
Let me throw this in. The kid that was in a orphanage in Hillsborough, North Carolina, he escaped from the orphanage and during the middle of the winter came all the way to Smyrna.
Oh, really?
And yeah. And he was one of the first people to build a house there and opened a grocery store in Old Jefferson.
Oh, yeah.
And, I
said, yeah. You talking about that where the old, it used to be Eads later on, the old, you know what I'm talking about. That little one right there on the square, that same store probably set that same place.
Yeah.
Eads, I think, was the last one to leave community, but it was Leachy Hall that owned it before that. It was a hall. Now, is it a hall you're thinking of, or was it somebody even before then?
No, it was before then. It was in the 1700s. There used to be a marquee in front of Jenny Williams' store, and a kid ran over and tore it down, talking about, him moving here and everything.
Right.
But, Granny White Pike?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she left the same orphanage with her grandchildren and came to Nashville and opened up a log cabin on that pike over there. And that's where the name came from that. A lot of people came from Hillsborough, North Carolina back in the day.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, listen, guys, I'm going to hang up. Y'all are starting to bore me.
no, we like your stories. Hey, but I'll get with you, man. You're going to be on January 3rd, okay? And I know you'll make a note, but I'll get a hold of you, okay? Thanks for calling in, buddy.
I want to give a big shout out to Mike's wife, Felicia.
Yeah.
Oh, if there was a more deserving person, I don't know who it was. And I will tell you this, that girl can cook. I promise
She is a good cook.
She is awesome. Well, good night, guys.
Be good,
Take care.
man.
Thank you, Marty.
We'll see you. Vanessa, do you cook? You cook?
A little bit.
What are you good at cooking?
Chili.
I make a mean chili.
Oh, do you really?
There you go.
But
Well,
it's a
good.
very simple chili. My mom wasn't one to want me in the kitchen. She wanted it to stay clean and pristine and have things her way. So when Jeremy and I got married, I legit didn't know how to boil water. It was sad. It was very sad. But I do have to say, his mom, she taught me so much about cooking, and all the girls that I've worked with through the years have given me some great recipes. So I've, come up with a few different variations of things that I've managed to not kill my family with.
well, Thomas, do you do any of the cooking there, or you have somebody that's actually
I
the
do,
cook?
like
or you
in the
do
beginning, my sister and I kind of tag teamed and started
Okay.
this along with my wife, who was behind the scenes. But
Mhm.
it was burgers and
Yeah,
French fries
yeah.
and stuff that wasn't too far above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Your
but,
burgers and fries are delicious.
Well, thank you. Cooking wasn't ever my thing. I cooked at home more than my wife. My wife has no interest in cooking whatsoever. She will, but she will tell you, I don't enjoy this. So when we just kind of started playing around with things in the kitchen and offering different things, and I'll get back there. I don't ask them to do anything that I can't do. So
Right. Okay.
So I can make the chili
See,
and
you jump back there.
that's Denise's recipe. She's our manager, so she takes
if you
credit
can
for that.
enter that contest, and like I said, Mike, I am gonna give a shout out to some of the people that have actually given us door prizes.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Which would be the British Shop, Bean Brothers Barbecue, and now Front Street Pub, and with smoking guns coming out of there. I don't know why I said that. And Buster's Place here on Broad Street. And also Gennardi's and Elders Hardware. Heavenly treats over at the Victor House. Miss Sheila, she did a basket last year. She's going to have another one this year. And I know I'm leaving some people out, and I've got a few more to pick up.
I'm going to pop in over at
TNT Fireworks. They give us a big thing.
Mike Davis over there at Smyrna Pawn and Gun. Mike and Cindy. That's why I do my Christmas shopping.
Okay.
Man, I'm serious, man. They got some
Oh,
buys
yeah, it's
in
time
there.
for us to start doing the Christmas shopping. I just put a thing out. Did you see it on
start.
Facebook?
Yeah, it's time for y'all to get started.
It's time for the men to start Christmas shopping.
Man, anyways.
I stole that from Vice Mayor Steve No.
I love that so many of the names that you just mentioned they're Simon members.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to stick, that in there. And
Well, I appreciate that. We have such great businesses in Smyrna, the locally owned small business community. That's what Simon exists for. We try to push people, of course, to make sure that they're thinking local first in everything that they do, if at all possible. We understand that you can't do 100% of everything in Smyrna, but 90% of it you can, especially nowadays. And those businesses are so fantastic. They're always the first to jump in.
Great owner, and that's the first time I met him. Thomas seemed like a great guy, and like I said,
how'd y'all meet? Just pop in over there?
I gave a call, and I popped in, but
man, he's good at that kind of stuff. Not many people can do that.
I don't know. Well, when I own my own business, that's how I made it. If I didn't sell something, I didn't eat.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if somebody really don't want to or can't. And you know, and you let them know, hey man, I understand. Maybe next year, you know, you don't put people
Sure.
like the pressure. You just kind of can ask them if they in position, and you tell them also, do you get a couple shout outs on the radio? And they, if you get a couple customers, it may pay for what you know.
Yeah, if folks want to enter, just call 878-0884 or text 878-0884.
And we do have the how much time?
Who won? Was it? So Jeff won it last year.
Yeah, Jeff
And then the
Gill,
guy
and
took second place.
I think
that-
it was what you call
Danny?
him? I think it was
Danny
Danny.
Brewer.
Yeah, Danny. Now I
Danny
can't remember. They did give 3 prizes out. $1,000 first prize.
No, it ain't $1,000. It's
I was going to say, I'm definitely entering now.
And we got a mayor's cup. You know, we got a mayor's cup.
Oh yeah, we did that mayor's cup.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty
Jeremy Bird helped us on the trophy.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice trophy.
Yeah.
Because
But,
Jeremy was going to join us tonight, but he couldn't.
You're right. He got he was
Front
at
Street
it was a
Signs.
rescheduled Christmas parties. He had to attend.
Yeah.
And he was there, so he
Well,
may
if
not have been
folks-
able to drive.
If folks want to get involved with SIMA, do they have to be within a radius of the downtown, or how does that work?
And we don't focus just on the downtown businesses. Now we do heavily focus because there are so many right in that area. But SIMA, which is the Smyrna Independent Merchants Association, we focus on all Smyrna local business, so the entire area.
Yeah.
And if you don't live in Smyrna, but you own a business in Smyrna, you know, obviously we want you to come and join. We try to have socials, so to speak, about every couple of months or so, getting those local business owners together. And sometimes it's hit or miss. We have some during the day, some in the evening, just trying to give people opportunity for times
We'll talk
to
about
come.
the art gallery real quick. Trellis and Vine.
Trellis and Vine, they are a locally owned business. They, of course, have several different artists that are set up within their space to be able to sell because, of course, you know, if you're an artist, there's not a lot of great places for you to be able to display that you know it's going to be safe too. So they have a great place. Of course, that's in what Rhonda used to own the market, and it's in that old market space. So if you're looking for it and you used to go to the market, it's
you can
right
leave,
in
I
that
think,
space.
And what Ron's daughter, what's her name again?
Yes, Teresa.
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 I think they only
That's
had
his
one
daughter-in-law,
booth.
I believe, yeah.
One
Yes,
booth
it's his daughter-in-law.
available, right?
That I'm not sure about.
So
You'd have
people
to
just
check
come in there, and I interviewed that African American guy that did the artwork. Nice guy. I felt sorry for him because literally while I'm interviewing him, I said, "What does your wife help or this and that?" He said, "Man, my wife died a few months ago." Man, he just looked so lonely. What was that? BB something? He had like an artist's name.
I'm not sure, but I know when. Let's see, what's the lady's name that owns the Breaking Bread? Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah, well, I knew her husband, but I found out at one of our meetings that was her ex-husband. I said, "How's he doing? Was you there?"
I remember that.
Yeah, I said, "Oh Lord!" I figured I might not ask her for a door prize because I said, you know. But Eric Ritchie, he's also donating in a oil change, and he's owns a Crusaders, Crusader Auto down there.
Yes, yeah.
And he's got that big event going on starting in April.
Yes, I can't wait to see that. Actually, I think we're going to start seeing things for that even before April.
Yeah.
He said there's going to be several cars. And then right across the street from that, of course, we have the Cottage Home.
Yeah, and that is Gina, and she's actually on the board with us. She's a new member on the board with us, the historical.
Gina Edwards.
Who's the girl
Zoning
next door to
Commission.
the print shop that you invited?
Oh, that'd be Victoria, but she is, I guess it's her busy time of the year right at this moment.
Okay.
But we'll get her up in maybe a few weeks and maybe get Sheila and Ron,
And Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy back on.
That's Victoria. She owns Downtown Social.
I think
and
she's more into the
has-
social now than the gift shop part now. Is that what she was talking about?
Well, I
kinda?
think she had just kind of set the gift part up in that one section until they could move everything into the
Gotcha.
other
Okay.
once they
Okay.
finished it. But
Gotcha.
and it's beautiful. She
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jeremy have done a wonderful job putting
Yeah.
that together.
All right.
Well, your name again?
Thomas Williams.
Thomas Williams, Front Street Pub.
Front Street Pub, 104
Awesome
Front
chili.
Street. Yep. And
Yep.
we got great burgers too. So
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things. And Vanessa, what was your last name again?
Haley.
Haley. And name your business again.
Well, I'm a personal business. I'm an esthetician and makeup artist,
That's
and I
right.
work at the Cutting Edge.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you,
All right,
Connor,
man.
folks. We'll see y'all next week.